Adeshimama, Mimobi Ajo, Mimobi Akwaba, eba NDC 360. Munim se we jumedi sunku a NDC amanyuku ya hyehyɛ. Se ensɛm a ɛkɔ twi ba breman ɛfa amamu bɔne a ɛkɔso yɛ man Ghana mu a ɛde ahokyerɛ ne kɔdanda abɛto yɛ so no. Ɛha ne yɛgye abotre na yɛyi nsɛm no maako te sɛ akyehyedeɛ nanteɛ ɛma akora ketewa akora ɛte aseɛ. Ɛha nso and pa Obroni see the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama any NDC ya jebre echirichiri mu se na be ya Ghana ni bia ebe hu de NDC ne John Mahama Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman ewo mawo as far as the 2024 historic general elections are concerned. This is our seat edition, and as always we are live on NDC 360 on Facebook. We are live on NDC 360 on X, Dodo on our friend on Twitter. We are also live on YouTube. And I want to encourage you to like the link, share the link, tell a friend to tell a friend, say, Jume Dieno, Yafiti Ase, she, NDC 360 is on, and comment. And they said, Yamiani Debiano, Yabeje Mre, Naya Kai, more comments. So at the tail end of the program, as I the Jume Dieni Abba Nawiye. So like it and share it. Now, we're also live, as you know already, on 5 major television networks across the country. We are live on Onuya TV. We thank Media General for giving us the esteemed platform for Saiju Mediwe. We also thank TVXYZ, Ira Julius Debra, Penny for Uncle Benny Munina Yadamwase for taking this program live on TVXYZ. Our brother Stan Dogbe and Wezo TV, we thank you for streaming this program live as well. Kevin Taylor and the Loud Silence TV crew are also streaming live, and we thank them. We're also live on Angel TV at the OBBRC. I know we are also live on Focus TV. We are live on several blogs. I know Sister Marie, Wayo, Benjamin Wayo, and many others that I'll be recognizing in due course. Yeah, there will be a streaming program here live. Now, on this SSNIT edition, what are we talking about? Number one, and then on Moment of Truth editorial, yeah, do SSNIT scandal and NCAC or Mike Ganemu, about the sale of certain hotels belonging to SSNIT. And our guest is none other than my good brother, the Member of Parliament for the good people of North Tongue, a ranking member for Foreign Affairs. I also call him the ranking member for Scandals. The Son of Man is in the house already, comfortably seated. Documents, it belongs to the Son of Man. And very soon, he is coming to break down that scandal. So all you need to know about that stinking, sale of hotels, scandal by SSNIT, or Moment of Truth editorial. Now you are made the NDC and U segment number. Kwesi de train me, Papa John Dramani Mahama. Jumedia strong comage. Almost the doomso must stop now. We're bringing you the key highlights, pictures, videos, and some of the critical speeches that were delivered at that demonstration. And the recap, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa will be joining me for the Moment of Truth editorial. Shewe Mami CCI.
Sammy, Bessini,
The light is not stable. Even in my house, I remember 2 days ago, I was going for an interview and the lights went off when I was dressing up. So I don't think the light is stable now. I know my friends, I have a best friend called Karen. She lives at Kaswa. 5 times in a week, her light is off.
So if you're Ghanaian and you're feeling the heat, well, me, I'm feeling the heat because doomsday is happening. And I'm here to voice out the pressure. I know.
You pose yourself as a neutral, and I believe you. We do this. Okay, we did it in NDC time. NDC said, when it is again to get our rights. Now know where to from. Of course. You know that you show political and you benefited from it. So therefore, you can't come and bite the hand that feeds you. All I want to say is, listen, there's no problem showing your political talents. Some of us are neutrals. We don't care. You come out to speak at the right time. So don't act like a neutral when you're not. Because it's annoying, it's deceptive. Where are they? You show their political talents.
That's all we are asking for. Find money to buy the fuel. Find money to keep the lights on. Give us a timetable. We know you don't have the money because you squandered it. But just give us a timetable so that we can plan our lives. It's as simple as that. Other than that, just get out.
Seka sedum shaba, ebese wontiase. Seka sedum shaba, ebeno mo se debi. Nansuanoba, dum eriabra so, enyobra, dum shabo. Seka sedum shaba, ebese wontiase. Dum shaba, seka sedum shaba, ebeno mo se debi. Dum so relay, so relay. Every say as it, and you remember, additional real my man. Nanso another doom, so and your doom sabo. Seka se doom saba, baby say one chance, doom saba. Seka se doom saba, baby no say any. Dear doom so relay, every say as it.
Yes, that was the Doomso Must Stop Vigil. Yade abaso bosron ko be me nuaba Evil Nelson. Ghana ade ba ko a ehwa ye napa is consistency. To have people who will not be changing their positions because governments and regimes are changing. Maybe a trim on in nuanom bi e yo ye kire abadum so say ya. And I'm so Emma Yura Mahama promises that he will fix Doomso. And he fixed Doomso. And then enyama hoden no Yura Mahama da romanti Ghana ye nyakra mana broso. Am MPP for bono so bro for excess power. Why must we continue to suffer under this Doomso, self-inflicted Doomso aban we akriti in the time wa omo ankasa se Mahama ama ye nkeni amana broso? It is because of ineptitude, recklessness, and mismanagement. Now, the yakra ne say, o kase aban no enyin tum se problem wo ho. Na omuntu problem no ho na mompa. Na yen so Doomso ano na yedi watem. The timetable kra no. And that's why for hwe enyinama hoden so but yopoku prepo twa mpoa. Say ye pe Doomso timetable, we should publish our own timetable. This is why this demonstration was needed. NDC for enyuma binti yemu bi yentumi anko ba yeda yenua ba Evil Nelson ase ye bona baso Henry Osei Akoto yenua Jantuano, all the progressive forces who joined. DKB, your message was very powerful. Ye bona baso yenkoso nyenesa. It is about Ghana. It is not about NDC, it is not about MPP. Electricity is a right, lives depend on it. And when he say John Mahama ye bibia and never see yenyan Kenya. Na sikedie basa to say PDS inti mismanagement, recklessness, esla sika ye ne basa inti Doomso ha. We must speak up, we must protest, and when citizens do it, we must support them. Inti ene yetuchema Evil Nelson and all those who attended this historic demonstration. Now, Emra so say the moment of truth editorial and bro. Inti after this montage, my guest will take over. Bedas. Sure. Yes, so this is the moment of truth. Medical culture said today we are talking about the stinking sale of hotels, scandal involving SSNIT. And to do justice to the issue is none other than the Member of Parliament for the good people of North Tongue, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa is on set. Honorable Yamawakwaba.
Comrade, good to see you. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you too. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yenyina Ghana for nyina NDC for the more yene jepa na monkoso sa na yenim se enche Yera John Dramani Mahama obeba beje yen na the yenyina ye hwehwe say about political leadership is about progress, it's about transformation. Say na omani be ye na yenyina ye ho atoyen ye bompa ye say President Mahama Ghana for December 7 2024 omo be ye de SSNIT omo ye ahonchire na aba share baby a dollar no wo share the levels of corruption, the levels of impunity. I mean omo ye na say ochi omo kra na omo ye no more. I mean this is not the kind of leadership that the Ghanaian people deserve. Ghana and Chebia, now we were the shining example, the model nation. Now, so Shebia Yedru, as ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I feel so embarrassed. Bibia or international meetings, you say, then they see more IMF program now, so share the level of depreciation of your currency. You are not paying your debt. Now, so share the ecoso. You know, you have been declared bankrupt. You have been declared insolvent. I mean, the continuous losses at the Bank of Ghana. I mean, nobody understands what is going on. The time to rescue this nation is now. And Chebiana area, President John Dramani Mahama can't assembly. And I think that we all have to reflect on that. Or say election way no. And yet NDC versus MPP. And Ghana versus the MPP.
Very
Ghana.
profound.
Very profound. Internal me person me bought Yvonne Nelson Abaso because consistency has become very rare. Omunya na omu join in. The last time, it was a conscious effort not to join her this time because the last time no man could be. The other time I caught this time. Me person me consistent. Me person me who said neutrals no muba bonting at the time, claiming they were neutrals. I wanted to see if we will see them. So now it was about MPP politics, not about the nation. You know, like us, come out, identify yourself, chest out boldly, and pursue partisan politics. But don't hide under neutrality. It turns out a deception, just hatred, ethnocentrism, and all of that. Nothing on principle, nothing on nation building, on progress. It's all about self-interest.
Even when we
self-gain.
We can't even get a doomsday timetable. Quiet. And hospitals are being disconnected and lives are being affected.
Lives are being lost. Businesses are collapsing.
Honorable, thanks for having you. Thanks for having you. Not long for me here.
Oh, nyamiadom. On say spillage na VR4 omokose no a higher pa me ne okasa say yanuanom aguso mo what tent mo yatumi esi a dying mienu ama omo for the first 600 omo enyin so no yatumi say insio no according every city into yatumi anya rental accommodation at the senior citizens so that they can have decent, because insio no and these tents are not for the rainy season. None so the rest who remain in the tents, you know, as I say, are buying. This is so embarrassing. It is a national disgrace. It's a disaster of this scale, on this magnitude. Now, up to now, are buying enye hunshye. Omunsi dine ba kukra. Yen as Ghana for Abuabwa Yahon MP are mobilizing for to me sit down in 7 weeks. Yes, sit down former President Mahama Ebe Commission here. And yet sitting president our warrior resources na anka say yen tam $58 million. Na yanko tuamuna the world's most expensive pit. I know there. Uncle Maya da. As I say, now Carrie Summers was $6 million. Now David Ajaya for $28 million.
And that is a conversation we will have on this NDC 360 show.
We have
the National Cathedral conversation. The next time I'll be to be on that topic. But let me also congratulate you for the good job you're doing, not only for your constituency. Our constituency there, the YN of Honumpo, bro, Adrian and Tiasia. But for the anti-corruption fight you have taken on and the courage with which you are doing this work, not for the NDC, not for your constituency, but for Mother Ghana. The NDC is proud to have you, and Ghanaians are proud to have voices of conscience like you. But today, Ghana, the whole world wants to understand. The NDC was SSNIT. What is this whole scandal about the sale of hotels about? Jebre, the time is yours, the screen is yours. Nafayefa, the scandal.
Me da say, my main chair will be Yenina Yenim say SSNIT, the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Ejuma say as Ghanaian workers under Ghanaian law, no, Mrano.
How is that streamlined?
At your contribution to SSNIT. Ete Juma say in your prime na SSNIT for or more J contribution at the end of every month. Now, that contribution, no, na SSNIT for a investment. If you say you will be your friend of retirement age, Ube drew 60 for large sections of the workforce, and I say maybe I only a little contract. Constitution, let's say first 2 years, another 2 years, 1 year, it's 65. Na wako retirement, wako jiwa home. Ejumadena woyeye, your sacrifice, your toil, your sweat, no. Who expect to say investment na SSNIT for ayeno. Sa investment no ebe show. Ube nya bibi a your friend of pensions. Enti assembly aye discussing no. About yenyina. Enye omo omenyi nkwa a omo wo retirement. Affecti yenso a ye ejuma sesei. Imebuno a ye ejuma. Affecti omo a omo wo school a omo hope say even though the unemployment rate is at an all-time high, 14.7%, I ain't see that. But we are all hoping, sir, who raise schooler. Fortunately, President John Dramani Mahama, Oba Nase, the 24-hour economy, to me, created 3-shift system. Now you're resolving the unemployment crisis. Unya ejuma a wo no. You expect, sir, as a young person, after all those sacrifices, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of hard work, no? Retire, your contributions will come back to you in good form. Unfortunately, and Chebia na ILO for issue a damning report on SSNIT. So, who says SSNIT for mismanagement of contributions now, omo as Ghanaian workers. One sisa the omo year was SSNIT ho. Yanshe year by 2036. Omo to me enter pensions. Say ye call retirement. Inti assembly a year discussing. It is so important, it's so crucial, and yet partisanship. Sebi. Workers' contributions, no. At the end of the month, yembisa say we NDC ni and we MPP ni. And about pensions for retirees, yen check it with party card. And the year discussing and then it's about workers, it's about survival, it's about livelihoods, it's about the youth, it's about the aged. And it's a very, very, very important matter. And the theme of editorial way unpacking the stinking SSNIT scandal. SSNIT scandal no munyina mwate. Says SSNIT for hotels are omode ye contributions. AC. La Badi Beach Hotel, La Palm Beach Hotel, Elmina Resort, Buzia Beach, Trust Lodge, Ridge Royale, hotels where a wooding iconic brands Abua Ghana since 1975. Profitable hotels. SSNIT for almost omo ton. Na kanana ne dream. Omo ton Ediama, the current minister for food and agriculture. That is the scandal. Ebane saying na minister of food and agriculture, sitting minister, current minister, on the blind side of Ubia, and kama intercepted documents and kana Ghana for workers of Ghana. Omunim say hotels na airshare yenyina ye call retirement. The profit from these hotels, a besha yeso ayebenya pensions no. Sena yedi ninyina hotels no edema the honor champo. Inti that is in summary the scandal. Inti mayen discuss SSNIT. SSNIT, then SSNIT, a Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Osha Ghana Mra, the first time I attempted say yabe regulate pension fund management was in 1972. NRC Decree 127 and set up the National Social Security Scheme. Now it was a scheme. It began on a pilot basis in 1972. By 1991, founder of the National Democratic Congress, the visionary Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, God bless his soul, may he continue to rest in perfect peace. Ono ne ka say scheme no yen expande na embeye national into spearhead the PNDC law 247 and we had the social security scheme as a provident fund established embeye national. 2008 under President Kufuor on also a pension reforms and Act 766 that expanded the pension scheme. By expanding it, cap 30 they were brought under the scheme. In the latter part of his administration, into Professor Mills and implemented and after Professor Mills, 2014, President Mahama Abresono, we had the National Pensions Amendment Act, Act 883. Until you see the history from 1972, we say your president, him say pension there a very important issue. President Nankasa or expect say or retirement or better mianya pensions as survive because retirement Into your presidents from 1972, they have really prioritized the issue of pensions. Are proposing legislation to strengthen our social security and national insurance trust. Now, how does SSNIT operate? OSHA Act 766, Section 3.1 of Act 766, law no say, contributions to the scheme. An employer of an establishment shall deduct from the salary of every worker in the establishment immediately at the end of the month a worker's contribution of an amount equal to 5.5% of the worker's salary for the period, irrespective of whether or not the salary is actually paid to the worker. Okay. What you were to an hour your employer must pay to SSNIT. OSHA Section 3.2 say an employer of an establishment shall pay for each month in respect of each worker an employer's contribution of an amount equal to 13% of the worker's salary during the month. I
just say you are talking about SSNIT.
Yeah.
Baby omunyo musika free.
Yes.
Ghana dwumayefo.
Ghana dwumayefo. Yes.
And yetete edema wo mo.
Sabi enye CEO na owo ho aye friend of Mr. Kofi Osafumafo. Oye senior minister ba. Enye ne sika ana Osafumafo for busianfo sika. Na omode run SSNIT. Eye mene wo ye sika.
Oh, I see.
Ghanaian workers. Ye nyina Indian assembly is so important. Enye MPP and NDC asem. And CPP or PPP asem. Eye Ghana for nyina. Ye nyina. Into your contributions at the end of the month from workers, from employers, and air cost SSNIT for her. Okay. That's very, very important. Okay, Section 3 of Act 766, Emrano are explaining how it works. Now, SSNIT for omwaji ye sikano, and then I say omodi sikano ye. Again, OSHA National Pensions Act, Act 766. Sir Omoji Sikana, Kofi Osafumafo, Director General and all his people are SSNIT. Omoji Sikana, Section 175 say, a trustee or pension fund manager shall invest pension contributions received under this act in order to obtain safe and fair returns on the amount invested. Enti Omoji ye Sikano your contributions no, Sikano enya omodia. And so say omode etu bank account keke. Why name say Ghana yeah depreciation aya cost no. Oja sika no wo bank mo 3 months time abeshe anka 100,000 cedis just a year ago you can probably you have in terms of dollars you can get about $15 to $20,000 they say only half of that amount. Enti Emrano say SSNIT SSNIT for no omoji sikana omoye investment. Strategic investment a day. Look at the word that the lawmaker uses to obtain safe and fair returns on the amount invested. Enti investment no SSNIT wo join hopa na eye safe. Now the returns too must be fair. And you say what your contributions. She say na Ghanaian workers. Yen nyina yenim say ya ketua no kra no. Ndru bebia. Answer na you get to the middle of the month. Now sikasa. Enti after all of these sacrifices, now what sika. The law says that SSNIT for as I said making sure say you invest safely. And the returns too must be fair. Because nipa na ye ejuma hoping say or retire SSNIT for mobile to me action so. That is how SSNIT works. Usha the penalty under the law no from section 64 of the law. One tier will SSNIT contribution. We a worker and now we employer. You can be fined and you can be jailed up to 5 years. Inti asem na ye kano enye agro na yedi. Ye wo employers ya round omo up say one tier will contribution. Ye do omo court. Ya fine omo. Ebi kra akọ jail. Even workers have been fined and jailed say you have not paid your contributions. Inti o kind section 64 Emrenti but section 64 but to show say there is a penalty for non-payment of contribution. It is a serious matter. Very serious. This net contributions you can't joke with it. Say no yenshare SSNIT or investment portfolio. Say yenyina ati asese SSNIT for no omo sika as I say omo the year investment. It has to be safe, it has to be fair. It is SSNIT omo investment portfolios. It is kana omo free hono. Omo they share various businesses. Osha banking and finance omo National Trust Holding Company. Omo 43.48% shares. Ghana International Bank PSC London. Omo shares womu 15%. Fidelity Bank in Krofu Bebre nimse SSNIT for shares womu 13.58%. Universal Merchant Bank, SSNIT for more investing sika. So,
and these are Ghana for sika.
Ghana for sika. Ghanaian workers. And investment. Because according to the law, no, and says omo jasika no and says omo invest into Consumer Finance Company, Exim Guarantee, Export Finance, CDH Financial Holdings, FOS Aluminium, Best Block, Oba the manufacturing sector, Central Steel Limited, Temaloop Oil, Omo Investments, even those under restructuring, Granite and Marbles, Subre Industrial Plantation, Osha Bridal Trust International, BMK Practice, Ningo Sword Limited, Danex Limited, in the pharmaceutical sector, Omo Investments, Oba Real Estate and Property Management, CCL Properties Limited, Ghana Industrial and Commercial Estate Limited, Ghana Hostels Limited. Award University of Ghana. Students, I hope you are seeing today. Say Ghana Hostels no SSNIT for omusi. It is workers' money. MMC Property Management Limited. Omu 90% shares. West Hills Rich Company Limited. Switchback Developers. Trust F-Line Properties Limited. RSS Developers. Trust Sports Emporium.
So all
of that, including the energy sector. Dumso Asama Yeka. SSNIT for Ghana workers' contributions and omo invest in SSNIT Energy Limited, 126 megawatts capacity plant, October 2012, under President Mahama, your commission here, SSNIT for Sika, and And so you see a lot of companies, including SSNIT, Ogua, Hostel Accra Abattoir, and Intercity STC Coaches Limited. And we know, interesting, Intercity STC Coaches Limited. And if the issue is about SSNIT investments are profitable, they are not making money. Anka Intercity STC Coaches Limited should be the first that SSNIT should be divesting itself, should be removing itself from it. Because in recent times, Nana Komia, the huge losses are omoya. And this claim say omo divesting from hotels just because of losses, it's questionable because we share a lot of the investments on why and na sebi they are profitable currently, and yet they are not touching it. And say yamba SSNIT for hotel investment portfolio.
Okay.
Because
this conversation is about hotels.
It's about hotels.
Okay.
And afeno mwenhu says SSNIT a wide array of investment portfolios. Okay. But say no, you have been narrowed down to the current scandal, which has to do with SSNIT for hotel investment portfolio. Okay. Hotels to the Honorable Brian Champon. Into what are those hotels? Labadi Beach Hotel. Labadi Beach Hotel way. Very, very iconic. One of Ghana's foremost 5-star hotels. Labadi haya and what from her to Labadi. Okay. 5-star about 160 rooms. Omotong. Okay. 60% shares to the Honorable Brian Champon. Okay. Omotong La Palm Beach Hotel. Chez La Palm. La Palm no. Esonchen Labadi cry. Omo more rooms. Yeba conference facilities. There is no hotel in Ghana. We share the capacity of conference facilities, banqueting facilities. La Palm investment, Ghanaian workers investment. SSNIT for La Palm. No hotel comes close in terms of banqueting, conferencing facilities. Ton La Palm, Ediama, Honorable Brian Champon. Buzia Beach Hotel, Buzia Beach, and also Ton Oshe Ridge Royal, a walk Cape Coast. They say Oko Central Regional, the best hotel, Ridge Royal. Massive investments have been made in Ridge Royal. Good. And also Omotong.
All these hotels.
All these hotels.
Yetoma MPP minister.
MPP minister.
Okay.
Onunkwa Brian Champon. Enti the Obroni friend state capture. Samwate state capture. This is state capture unfolding before our very eyes in the most crude form. Elmina Beach Resort, so Omotong. Elmina Beach Resort, one of the very iconic hotels. I will call Central Region. My friend of Bejaya, very popular with students of the University of Cape Coast, those are in our celebrated secondary schools. Omotong Ediama, the Honorable Brian Champon. Ente Ebanesaina yete se Omoto hotels way Ediama Honorable Brian Champon. Ente Krata way Eda Social Security and National Insurance Trust Omo letterhead so dated 27th March 2024. Signed by Kofi Osafo-Mafo. Oye at the time, Deputy Director General, IDD. At that time, no, now I'm promoting ye. On say, and Chebia and Omo Pame and the boss, Mr. Tim Crane, you are appointing us on take you over. Many insiders have said, sir, almost suspected, sir, because of this deal. Because now, managing director, no, now he was feet dragging. Now, it wasn't sitting well in his conscience.
MPP, I was up for Neba.
Or no, what take you over? Or yet Deputy Director General, no, he was really interested in this deal, or pursue deal, no. Into 27 March 2024, or Chro Krataway, Ekoma, Ridge Royal Hotel for the minority shareholders. Say, Omo Tong, Omo Hotel. Now, they have noticed, say, Ridge Royal, Omo ni 100% ownership. Their minority shareholders are Omunyana award 5%. And the leading minority shareholder, your friend company, no, Vanef. according to shareholder agreement signed on the 1st of April 1999, under the shareholder agreement, any shareholder who wants to divest of his shares, as I said, we discuss a shareholders meeting. And informing more. We didn't do that earlier. This letter was as a result of a protest because Ridge Royal for ETA from the grapevine said omo ton hotels without their knowledge. And omo protested. And SSNIT for ECA said, okay, yeah, Mamo, the first right, you have 45 days. And it emerged in this letter, say, prospective buyer, no, a Rock City Hotel. Okay. Rock City Hotel. And the valuation of SSNIT 60% stake in Ridge Royal Hotel, $8.4 million. Okay. Now, after the $8.4 million,
this is just one of the 6 hotels.
One of the 6 hotels. Capital expenditure projected for the refurbishment of the hotel, $2 million. Okay. And to much to the minority shareholders say, mon pese ye beton hotel na, say more $8.4 million. And $2 million. So that means $10.4 million. Mon fambra. Na SSNIT for the year pese ye diversity. We don't want to have control.
MPP minister.
One first kanamba ye toama Bracham on the say or no dear or wanisika or ye ready. Enti more 45 days. One famu sikamba Bracham say or no dear nisika na ye ready. Enti or to. Enti let away and I intercept here. And no na say, oh, Sena Parliament, the nim yenti ya omumba be ye any disclosure. Yeah, Sena omo ton hotels. And I make her say, say omo ton Ridge Royal. And then I cost war la badi and la pa mena. Enti me decide say me kum na yehundi e koso. And it opened a can of worms. And me de told you, I said, hey, SSNIT for Yachimo. More ton your hotels on our blind side. Mon catch you a Ghana for. Ghanaian workers have not been informed. They don't have a buy-in. They have not been consulted. Until 17th May 2024, and I'm a year expose, no, me publish a year. Wow, name sena ya no. Yeah. You know, detailed write-up. Until 19th May 2024, my name says SSNIT for Mutumiko Ejuma Sunday. 19th May, Sunday. One say, which you more na omuacho. Until Sunday, kwesi ada mwanko sorry. Omuko Ejuma. Until President Mahama 24-hour economy. They started implementing.
Okay. So this was their statement.
This was their statement.
I see.
And statement way are very revealing. Mekai just the first 2 paragraphs. It is SSNIT response to Honorable Samuel Kuja to a Blackwest comments on sale of hotels. The attention of the management of Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SSNIT, has been drawn to a discussion on Metro TV's Good Morning Ghana program on Friday, 17 May 2024. The discussion partly covers SSNIT's strategic decision to divest 60% of its stake in 6 hotels in its investment portfolio. The management of SSNIT wishes to comment as follows. 1. The trust is seeking to partner a strategic investor to raise capital to invest in the hotels and also assist in their management. 2. The primary objective of finding a strategic investor is to increase efficiency. Mpacho, muntie this side very well, very, very carefully. The primary objective of finding a strategic investor is to increase efficiency, profitability, shareholder value, and the long-term sustainability of the SSNIT pension scheme. In the statement we asked SSNIT for the told you, almost say, almost a strategic investor. Obia obeba beboa omo. Obia ode sika beba. Obia ode efficiency beba. Obia obe dane hotels no na ababe ye profitability. Into what kind of statement we are obe say hotels ni nyina ye losses. Hotels ni nyina egu omo boka. Okay. Into omo hia strategic investor ode ne sika beba be shemu na ode efficiency and profitability. Asem as SSNIT for tougher and no. Into Honorable Brian Champon ni. Ono na owo magic wand. Ono na owo efficiency no. Owo sika, owo vision.
Okay.
Minister for Food and Agriculture. Member of Parliament for Abetifi. Okay. Ono na oye the shareholder, sole shareholder, and the sole beneficial owner, and then one of 2 directors of Rock City Hotel Limited.
Now, honorable, I don't know the battery and HSS.
Sole
shareholder no.
Rock City Hotel no. Company profile ni. Rock City Hotel we no. Honorable Brian Champon eye Nidia.
Niura no.
Niura. Until Oshe, these are articles of incorporation from the Register of Companies, Rock City Hotel Limited. OBA company no 28 April 2016. Services are omoye or kachire omose omoye hospitality services. Directors no eye mienu obabi a your friend Rosemary Clotte. And the Honorable Brian Champon.
So your director
or your director.
So your Gyami company no.
Gyami
ni sanso ye ne dia.
And a sanso ye ne dia.
I see.
O share document na ono ankasa ye ba shareholders a ono kwa or ye the sole shareholder. And a eba beneficial ownership so. Enti company way omo ye profit. Omunya sika ni nyina eko Honorable Brian Champon.
I see.
Ne dia.
Okay.
And documents now are intercepted from Registrar General. No? Ye bisa omo ye further check say. On say ebia wo register no. O na ye director, o na ye shareholder no ebia na nema assistant later. Ana o ba government mo nti wa relinquish wo interest. Ye check ni nyina. Ye say Honorable Brian Champon unlike Ken Oforiatta Minister of Finance, obey Minister of Finance no. Or no, they are relinquishing the interest.
Yes, just on paper,
just on paper, but OPSC
Friday on paper.
OPSC will now obey so on one or benefiting. But Brian, on no day, he didn't even make any attempt into on one or yet the sole beneficial.
So let's see the other things. Okay.
Into yet a same way they told you no. Honorable Brian Champon, the first and only interviewer was granted. Obeka say ono de company no where ye ho afremu all concentrating on food and agriculture.
Oh yes, yetepa.
I was Joy FM.
Okay.
Enti ono de directors be and onye involved in day-to-day management. Hotels are more tokra no de ono de be oti wo radio so. Enye me na meka kra na anka. Onti cry because onye involved. He is not or a non-executive director. Omontiano ka onko ejuma onko ho into Rock City for the omoya no. He is not aware. Very shocking. Very, very shocking. But okasa asem no. Ena me intercepted letter away from the Edina Traditional Council.
Okay.
Oman hini ankasa of Edina Traditional Area. Nana Kojo Kundua the 6th. Maximum respect. Ebo ni nyina ese say yedima nana medema no. Ono na ochro krata way to the Director General of SSNIT and the Chief of Staff at the Jubilee House. Or say, DSS, settlement of Golden Beach Resort land at Elmina. Nana say, it has come to the notice of the Edina Traditional Council that the Golden Beach Resort, Elmina, has been offered for sale. This is when Honorable Brian Champon, Member of Parliament for Abetifi constituency, visited the site with the investors.
Okay.
Our main concern is that the land on which the resort is situated is a property of the Edina Traditional Council. We are therefore calling your attention so that we all could solve the matter amicably. Yours faithfully, Nana signing a signature. Fefefe, Nana Kojo Kundia the says. Enti Nana say, oh, Honorable Brian Champon, on any investors. Obani Mainso Elmina Beach Hotel. Omo call around inspection. Catch you omo say omo na omo better hotel.
Brian Champon ankasa.
Brian Champon ankasa. Enti asema Brian Champon car wo radio so say ono de onka ho oni time. Other directors and omo ye omo transaction no.
Enye no correct.
enye no kre nana I expose
Omahene
ankasa with his own signature Omahene amma ne Gyami ana ne secretary answer no ankasa or say me hu bra champon obaye no na or supervise transaction until that is exposed now what are the constitutional breaches identity na Ghana for nyina organized labor academics anti-corruption crusaders civil society organizations Ghanaian workers obia ekase de ekoso no time enye what kind article 284 of the 1992 constitution Ghana your supreme law of the land constitution say a public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. Conflict of interest is a very serious matter. We a cabinet minister. Omo taking the decision say ye turn SSNIT hotels. And your cabinet. Into or insider information. Muna mo taking decision say okay SSNIT your mamo approval because there is no way SSNIT be a transaction way without cabinet
approval.
It's not possible. Because Omampe and our appointed board chairman, Mami Elizabeth Ohene, and Che and the President Mahama. No, you're very vocal talking about all these issues.
Writing articles.
BBC, you know. They say, I mean, why you doing? Since this scandal, you know, all her beautiful write-ups have disappeared. President Akufo-Addo, no or appointed CEO, no. Majority of the board members. And there is no way these appointees will take a decision without cabinet approval. Honorable Bra Champon would take cabinet.
Yes, or you're a referee, sounds like a player.
Sounds like a player.
I said, what be that?
Almost SSNIT for say, a bid process. There was a tender and all of that. How can you compete with Obia or Noankasa na or Tong or insider information? How can you compete? And over Article 78(3) of the 1992 Constitution. Article 78, a minister of state shall not hold any other office of profit or emolument, whether private or public, and whether directly or indirectly, unless otherwise permitted by the Speaker, acting on the recommendations of a committee of Parliament on the ground of A, that holding that office will not prejudice the work of a minister, and B, that no conflict of interest arises or will arise as a result of the minister holding that office. Into OSHA Article 78(3), we a minister, not say we a business, who holding an office of profit, who engage in any transaction, we have permission from the Speaker. OSHA your standing orders are standing order 224. There is a committee known as a committee of members holding profit. As I said, we apply. Now you assess it. You say, hey, we a cabinet minister, hotel, we don't go there. Don't do advise you say, wait, they want to me. Into Speaker on my permission. Honorable Bra Champon, one apply, one comply with this provision.
Ghana, ya mamra so.
With your validity.
Now we so from Article
98 so the same provision for members of Parliament. So we a member of Parliament. Now say we person who hold an office of profiter, we have permission from the Speaker. Because Speaker and the committee of members holding profit must do the investigation and be sure. And omuye constant checks. And you say omuma permission there is a very internal. The committee is chaired by the second deputy Speaker of Parliament. It's a very serious committee. And they are always looking into your transactions. Exactly. Your Parliament, you say Ebia ratify international agreement be a business be beba na wako register company na would person who take the interest, the benefits, personal gain. Indiana constitution no I raise these safeguards to protect us from conflict of interest. Honorable Bra Champon one comply with all of those constitutional provisions and checks you're obtaining the list. So far, 47 ministers and MPs, and now apply as Speaker, the certificate. Honorable Bra Champon on the 47 MPs. Now, this is also a letter from Eshan Anderson Yeboah Obin and Co. Unlimited. Krataway dated 10th May 2024. the lawyers of Ridge Royal Hotel are omo raising the violations of the shareholder agreement. And it's a cassette transaction way no, omo violating numerous laws. There is a litany of breaches.
The lawyers have also
lawyers.
Oh,
so
okay.
Okay. Lawyers no from Eshan Anderson Yeboah Obi and Co. Omo cassette SSNIT for omo violated the shareholders agreement of 1st April 1999. Omo a serving notice omo be court.
Okay.
Into this letter, that is what it says, 10th May 2024. Now, organized labor also I issue statement, 20th May 2024. Organized labor strongly worded statement. Statement where omo copy the president at the Jubilee House. Omo say organized labor's position in the proposed sale of 60% of SSNIT stake in its investment hotels. And what into Mecca in term. At a meeting held today, 20th May 2024, the workers' representatives on the board of trustees of SSNIT briefed the top leadership of organized labor.
Okay, organized labor. Omo
Kuba Omo impenyinfo no. Dr. Yauba Onona Odano. Omo issue statement we. Into omo say at that meeting no, omo free meeting of omo reps. Omo say organized labor. Omo were 4 members on the board of SSNIT. Into omo free meeting. Me ye expose we no. And omo say, hey, then na koso. Na ye nim say omo ton your hotels. Into omo free omo reps. Into at that meeting no. Let me continue. The workers' representatives informed the leadership that they had collectively raised objections to the process and had advised that the process be halted. Can you believe this? Workers' reps on the board, SSNIT board, almost say, almost the same way, say, SSNIT 4% moton hotels, almost advises, say, almost jai.
Okay.
Almost to almost say, almost jai, almost halty process. And yeah, they are almost bepene. They didn't know that it was continuing. And these are the concerns by organized labor. We find it extremely difficult to understand why, one, SSNIT interest in 6 hotels will be packaged and sold as if all the hotels are in the same financial situation. Very fantastic point. Hotels, no, 6 hotels, we know, they are not all in the same financial situation. AB are very profitable. AB were profitable a few years ago because of bad management. President Akufo-Addo bad appointments into a hotel like La Palm, which has always been profitable, suddenly is making losses because of bad management. I put out a memo recently on La Palm. Acting managing director, or say, wababe acting, just ni bonus for acting, no, or pay $18,000. Why won't La Palm collapse? Sammy president, or even vice president, when he acts as president, does he ask for that bonus? $3,000 a month, $18,000. Why won't it collapse? Brilliant point by organized labor. Point number 2, almost say, the original proposal of the sale of SSNIT interest in 6 hotels has now reduced to 4. We hold the view that this renders the whole process null and void. SSNIT for almost started procurement process. Almost can say almost turn 6 hotels. Almost divested 60% in 6 hotels. Bra champion buy our year in the assessment. No, they all say or selected 4 of the best out of the 6. Or call around on who say Buziani Trust Lodge. No, a small and you're running it down. Parent, you know they all say on pet. Into selective 4, they are juicy. Profitable. Papa na woman. Organized labor, according to our procurement laws,
it renders
the whole process null and void.
What is the third point?
Third point, the proposed payment terms varied from the original MOU based on the recommendation of the transaction advisor.
Okay.
Into payment terms, no, the branch or say obetiano, different. Into Yamano sweetheart deal. Say, or no, dear, ombetia de ope, low figure. And later on, mubehu evidence of that. We also find it difficult to understand why SSNIT's interest in these hotels should be sold to a company owned by a minister of state. We do not think that this is right. Organized labor, therefore, demands.
And this is not Honorable Kujitok or NDC. These are the workers of Ghana.
Workers of Ghana.
Okay.
And Yamina, Sammy Jeviana, President Mahama. There is no NDC person. We, organized labor, therefore, demands that the process of the sale of SSNIT's interest in the hotels be cancelled immediately. We are calling on the minister responsible for pensions to direct the board of trustees of SSNIT to cancel the process immediately. Otherwise, we will advise ourselves. We count on your cooperation. And wait, Dr. Yalba, Secretary General of Trade Unions Congress, or no sign here. Dr. Isaac Bampoado, Chairman of the forum, closer for Omupanyimpa, or no sign here. And they copied all the workers' representatives on the SSNIT Board of Trustees. Okay. This is 20th May. 2024. 2024. Yera June mo. President Akufo-Addo has still not cancelled this transaction. Enti Oshe other Ghanaians are almost opposite the deals. Clockstack wants SSNIT. You dare not sell our hotels in Brachampon. Professor Yanka Onosowa Kasa or say government officials acquiring state properties morally wrong. Civil society coalition against corruption. Them send a normal Dr. Pupuni Asante of CDB. Omunyana say enye eye time. As I said, deal will ye cancel. Now, interestingly, no, you're intercepting more documents. Into hotel where ye ton, hotel where ye ton no. Hotel so ye ba ton no. Akufo-Addo are buying. Omo say omo ton no sa. Omo best selected transaction advisor. Ama waba beton amaye. Enti Akufo-Addo
obi ama na beton hotel na amaye.
Yeah. Enti Akufo-Addo ode omo ton crowd omo ntumi ton. Just omo ope obofufo. Enti
enkofu we pa.
Enti ansana ye be losing hotels no. Ghana yesika 7.1 million. $500,000. $491,986 has been paid to a company known as Sem Capital to be transaction advisors. Omo advise sale no.
Beboya my out on SSNIT hotels.
So almost
$500,000.
Yes. At today's exchange with 7.1 million. Ade amo
71 billion OCD.
Yeah. Ade amo ton amamo ho. Munim say mo de mabra champion. One mo na tina ho. Our cabinet ho. And also mo to me you no direct.
I just say
book or tuasi fro. Okay. For a transaction advisor.
But who's the documents not also? Take us through.
It's documents not also.
Ask him.
Now documents now you intercept here no. Or more yes selection of some capital no. One of the panel members objective or see where the air time into on signing. And it is also part of the collection of documents. You better upload the documents when you na ama.
We'll put it on NDC 362.
It na one person will follow. Interestingly, in the selection of the transaction advisor, no, may detect a conflict of interest. Or baby, your friend, or where are the directors? Directors, no, these are the profile of the transaction advisors. Hamdiya Ismaila. That's the name I'm looking for. Hamdiya Ismaila. One of the directors of Sem Capital. Now, at the time, this company, the contract to select the winner, to advise on the transaction. Now, general manager of the Venture Capital Trust Fund. Okay. Venture Capital Trust Fund, an agency under the Ministry of Finance.
Into a more mobile boy, I'm out on hotel.
Yeah.
I buy crop when people
buy crop for Akufo-Addo appointees.
I see. What is the next document?
It's interesting conflict of interest.
Hamdiya Ismaila.
General Manager, Venture Capital Trust Fund.
Okay.
It's very, very interesting. Okay. Now, you're intercepting more documents. These are financial statements of Labadi Beach Hotel. Okay. Meaning, what kind of SSNIT statement? Your viewers back here, the first date statement of 19th May, Sunday statement, no? Kwesi other statement, no? Moka say, omupe obi boa because hotels are profitable, omupe capital injection, omupe gesture of efficiency. Meaning, financial statements are intercepted. Financial statement way, enye ABR audit firm BI you have setting up a few days ago. We are the globally reputable Deloitte. Send out Deloitte for Omo auditors for Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, financial statement is intercepted from 2017 all the way to 2023. Meaning, Sena Labadi Beach Hotel is so profitable. COVID time 2020. And Omo just a 1.2 million CD loss. On Enokrano, they were able to make gross profit. It was when they paid salaries and it came to losses. you see how profitable.
These are all profit by saying, yeah, if you can rush.
These are all the financial statements.
Those controlling the screen. If you can rush us through the documents.
You notice that profit now in 2022 is 70.7 million. 2023 last year, according to Deloitte, they made a profit of 158 million Ghana cedis. Can you believe that? 158 million Ghana cedis. Hotels are mostly profitable.
The one
Obia Obeba injected capital to make it profitable. This is Deloitte, the globally reputable audit firm, confirming say Labadi Beach Hotel is very, very profitable. Yebe uploaded all the financial statements, and you will see how profitable Labadi Beach Hotel is. Very, very profitable. The yaya summary of Labadi Beach Hotel's profitability, until you analyze Deloitte financial statements, and you see the profitability. 2017, Labadi Beach Hotel profit 33.2 million. 2018, 39.3 million. 2019, 48 million. 2020, because of COVID, and they made losses. But even that, there are few hotels in the world. Just a year after COVID, 2021, when COVID was not even fully gone, they were back to making profit, 4.8 million. 2022, 70.7 million. And then 2023, 158.4 million. In addition to this, Deloitte for SA, Labadi Beach Hotel for Omuwo, reserve cash, Sika, they've just reserved in 5 bank accounts, local banks. Okay. 54 million into Omuye liquid.
That's Labadi Beach Hotel.
Labadi Beach Hotel.
Okay.
In addition to that, Labadi Beach Hotel, last year, Omutia dividends, after all this profit, they paid dividends to SSNIT and now to government, 25 million. Ghanaian media report here, November 15, 2023, Labadi Beach Hotel pays 25 million dividend to SSNIT. Before then, March 2, 2023, Labadi Beach Hotel presents 10 million dividends to SSNIT. Look at their profitability. These are the money, sir. As Ghanaian workers. All right. When we retire, we can get our pension.
The bottom line is that Labadi Beach Hotel now. Yes, say omunyina form
profit dividends. In addition to that, Labadi Beach Hotel, management, is so profitable that they are doing a lot of good work too, and I salute them for that. Osha corporate social responsibility profiler. Last year, Omuko Weja, the leprosarium, Yenyanoma Sabi, Omoye challenged, or more leprosy, they've been affected by leprosy. Yeah. Labadi Beach staff, share 299,000.
Company na they were able to do this.
They were able to do this.
Okay.
A year before, 68,000. And Yensha Awards, Labadi Beach Hotel are winning in recent years. 5-star Hotel of the Year, 2019 and 2021. SIMA Marketing Awards, 2019, 2020, and 2022. Africa's most respected CEO for the year, 2021, awarded to the managing director of Labadi Beach. The whole Africa, because of profitability, they won an international award. Most customer-oriented hotel of the year, 5-star category, 2023. Conference and banqueting team of the year, 5-star category, 2023. Many people don't know that Osha Labadi Beach Hotel, conference and banqueting team, majority of the diplomatic missions, as ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I know, say at least 40 of them, Omuwa cocktails, national days, Labadi Beach Hotel for
all these awards.
All these awards. Most digitalized hotel of the year, 5-star category. Most secure hotel of the year, most prestigious 5-star hotel of the year, 2023. Customer Service Excellence Award at the Sales Chamber of Commerce, where last week in award way this year. Where is Rock City in all of these awards? Rock City ni Labadi why na more expertise to take care of the other? Who should be buying who?
Yes.
Meanwhile, no, GRA files are intercepted. Will you believe, say, they did not MPP for a year, so one of branch on there, or ye hotelier extraordinaire, or was some grand management skills. Sana Osha Omo filings at GRA. Rock City is making losses. Can you believe that?
Omo Boka.
Omo Boka. 2023, Omo Boka, 1.7 million losses.
Brian the Champion Hotel na. Yes, Omo na ye hotels Ajenkwa. Omo na ye efficient. Omo no.
Yeah.
GRA documents of the company. Brian a Champion MPP.
Yes.
Agree. Chesa ono si hotel na kwa Boka.
Boka. What? Incredible. Incredible. 1.7 million losses. File number. This is a transaction ID 20240403376961170.
No, I'm not sure this document
Rock City
is
Hotel.
Out.
Transaction type annual return. Last updated 3rd April 2024. Nipana GRS official our update your friend no Sapon Boating is been approved by the GRA Director General. Latest filings.
Yes, tax.
Tax. Meanwhile, Labadi Beach Hotel in Kwan taxes on Mutua after paying the dividend of 25 million. On Mutua taxes of 20 million.
This is sad.
Meanwhile, Rock City NTA taxes they are making losses. So who should be saving who? Rock City and here Ajinkwa. Omona SSL Labadi Beach for. And who can Deloitte financial statement now? Almost say expertise now what Labadi Beach Hotel 40 years. You do more called the best hoteling universities across the world. You build on capacity. Expertise no more. I mean, into Rock City rather needs the management and the workers of these hotels that are being sold. Into Yamba Rock City's offer. Hotels now almost or more tongue no. Sika ben, figure ben, and the honorable Brian Champion or offer. Or say your beton sign. Again, memos are intercepted. And your documents, we speak to documents. Into OTA MPP for propaganda program, we're in your propaganda show. We have the slides, we have the documents that we project. These are authentic, irrefutable, unimpeachable, incontrovertible documents. Memos way every SSNIT. Will you believe, sir? SSNIT for valuation now more year. Transaction advisor, ni valuers no. Almost say 4 hotels no. Should be going ideally. It should be going for 121.7 million. Nanso Bra Champion or say or no there 61 million pen Obama. Can you believe that? Half into transaction way crano. There's no value for money. So not buying and no crano or say or bet you over a 3-year period. I mean, incredible. And what I believe was going to happen, Anka ya intercepted documents when you know, Anka Sikana ebe free Labadi Beach Hotel no, and no na or debe tiaka. Because Labadi Beach Hotel is so profitable, it can take care of all the other hotels. Totally ridiculous. Now, as I said, Ghana 40 years, yes, Rock City and SSNIT or more an unholy alliance. And Rock City has a track record of underpaying for the shares of SSNIT. Into documents where I intercepted every 2022 transaction. Into 2 years ago, into Brian Champion hotels are all SSNIT hotels, and then I'll start here. He's had his eye on these hotels for a long time. Into 2022, SSNIT for Omuwa Hotel a walk Kumasi, a friend of Kumasi catering guest house. Say almost is a dinner to the Grand Regency Hotel. Would you believe that Grand Regency Hotel has SSNIT for almost 25% shares at 8.6 million? Brian Champion Okotoye for less than that, 7.4 million, below the valuation. Until he has a history of paying less, ignoring the real value,
the commercial price,
and he does not respect. He doesn't respect the valuation report or ton of fufu. And we have minutes of the transaction. Or can say he will not even peg the transaction to the dollars. He will not pay the real value, and he even paid in installment over a long period, and he's still paying. And we have also noticed, despite all the brouhaha and the protest by organized labor, no, you say Brian Champon is some capital for Omuguswa, Omo
in some way,
into your additional documents are intercepted showing that the transaction is alive and they are still engaging Rock City or more discussions. Now, interestingly, as some way air Kosono, then another angle emerged. You intercepted court documents about a very fierce battle going on between the Blay children, Freddie Blay, MPP national chairman, Nimba Aye from Kwawasuma Blay, Kwame Edinkama Blay, any omo business partner be Aye friend of Loic Divorce Jr. Or a Belgian, half Ghanaian. They noticed how profitable Labadi Beach Hotel is. Until they came up with a business idea. A Loic ni idea. Say, Labadi Beach Hotel no, omunko renti omo beachfront. If you say Ghana, Eponano, because President Akufo-Addo had declared year of return. A lot of Ghanaians, Africans in the diaspora are coming home. Into Ombeye entertainment show, entertainment extravaganza. Into Omoko renti. And as part of the joint venture agreement, between Log Divas Jr., Kwawasima Oble, Kwame Edinkama Ble, and the managing director of Labadi Beach Hotel. This was in 2019. Omoka said, Omoye jams no, ewo apunanoa. Now they will share it in 3 equal parts. Labadi Beach Hotel will get 1 part, then Loic, and then the Blay brothers. Will you believe, sir? Blay brothers, no, they elbowed out Labadi Beach Hotel and a Loic Divorce Jr. and then hijacked the proceeds. The next year's event, no, 2020 event, no, the Omoya Yenese.
Yeah.
Instead, sir, the patrons of the jams will go through the entrance of Labadi Beach Hotel. That was the agreement in the joint venture agreement, so that there will be transparency. Now, omunyana kan omo ba program no. Omo ko create omo bypass.
There's Omunfa Hotel, right?
Omunfa Hotel.
So now the court battle is between who and who?
The court battle is between Loic Divas. Loic Divas or no?
The idea nearby.
Or no? The idea nearby. Omo say omo they've changed the software. They've taken him out. He can't have his share of the profits, and Labadi Beach also have been also elbowed out. Into Ababeye, the Blay brothers, or more register a different company, Express. Into hotel now, almost say and yet profitable. Send now MPP4, they've seen how profitable it is. Into whilst Brad Champon wants the hotel, the Blay brothers, Freddie Blay Mbano, almost Omo Akotam beachfront. They now control the beachfront of the hotel. Now, Osha Omo company Polo Beach Club event. Osha proceeds. These are from the court documents. 2019, they said they made 4.3 million. Corporate social responsibility, corporate sponsorship from Pernod Ricard, 457.8 thousand Ghana cedis. Payment that they claim they made to small $50,000 to Small God. Amount withdrawn without Loic's knowledge, 25,000, another 75,000.
I see.
Over just 1 year between 2019 and 2020, no, we are talking in excess of 8 million.
Honorable,
because of the beachfront.
I want you to do this for me.
Yeah.
Yet say what scratch.
Yeah.
And when Professor Kwekwaza, you're embarking on certain action. You have to demonstration behind us.
Yeah.
I want you to give me that so that we know the way forward on that. Yes.
Yeah. And these are the court documents.
The court documents
between Lloyd Divas and say Aye Kasano. We must place on record, sir. Labadi Beach Hotel is the only beach hotel in the world. They don't have access to their beachfront.
Okay.
The beachfront is gone.
Freddie Blame
Bafa. And a hotel Nasa Akano. And because of that, Omwa Pame, the managing director, who was in cahoots with the Blair brothers. All those details, no.
So is this your petition to Shraj?
Now, this is the petition to Shraj.
Okay.
Metumia confirm me say no say your petition Shraj because the custom is not in the national interest. Okay. Time is total. What kind of Article 287 of the Constitution? Constitution they say about conflict of interest. The forum is Shraj, and in the Okuja to Ablakwa versus Jacobeche Bilamte case, no. That is
the Okana say omonye
inte OSHA reliefs are yesike no ye pese Shraj for omonye hwehwemu na they should launch a full-scale impartial investigation into the prospective sale to Honorable Brian Champong. Number 2, Shraj should also investigate SSNIT's conduct and the procurement processes regarding this matter in issue, particularly with a view to unraveling what led to the numerous violations of due process and unfair treatment. Okay. Then that Shraj investigates the appropriateness or ethical concerns of Honorable Brian Champong, who is a director and the sole beneficial owner of Rock City. Into the conflict of interest aspect, the Article 78, Shraj. Article 98, and all of that. Okay. Now, Shraj also, Omo receive a petition, Omo responded here on the 20th of May. Omo draw say, I write to acknowledge your complaint and respectfully inform you that the commission will revert in due course. Into Shraj for confirm say, Omo in Shishemu. Into we expect Shraj to pursue this matter.
What about this one?
The second step I are taking is ye pese Ghana yenya mra into I'm sponsoring a private members bill. As I say no mra beba I be very clear because some people are taking advantage of loopholes, gray areas and all of that. Like what Brian Champon is doing. Into ye pese yenya a very clear private members bill which will become law. And so far, you have full support from the minority caucus led by the Honorable Atufosin. My colleagues are in full support. The time has come for us to have law that will ban all politicians and all politically exposed persons. What worry politician, we are politician, but to say what the Freddie Blair brothers, Freddie Blair sons are doing. All of that will come to an end. Say, once the law is passed, all state assets that are being sold, politicians cannot participate. Want to mean talk.
I'm sure.
And Professor Kweku Azar, ono and all leading the team of lawyers. Or more drafted me who ejuma or more years so far.
Third action. This is about all of us.
Third action. We know you're here. Obiya Ghana for all of them. We are confirming tonight, sir. You notify Ghana Police Service in compliance with the Public Order Act 1994 Act 491. Mrano say opese oye demonstration. My 5-day notice to the police. And we have notified the police. And there, this is exclusive to your show. I can confirm to you, sir, and there, me share the regional police commander, Commander Ahen.
Okay.
We have agreed on the routes.
Okay.
Police for Apenese. You bet to me I started in front of Labadi Beach Hotel.
Fantastic.
Now you call La Palm. We want Ghanaians to see
the hotels.
These iconic hotels. How great they are, how magnificent they are. Now you Nanti Ako. A Jubilee House now almost say almost patch or say yen to me and coho. Ente omema kwai maya back close kakra. Getting to the Christ the King Church Hall.
Okay. Oh no, what is the date?
Now Jubilee House for Ababeji petition.
What is the date?
Date no June 18th. Next week Tuesday. June 18, 8 a.m. You pese Ghana for Ghanaian workers from these hotels. You be sure Labadi Beach Hotel.
Animwa. Everybody must be there.
Everybody must be there.
Thank you.
And we are doing it for God and country because we have to stop this sale. Up to now, President Akufo-Addo oka say ono de na ne governance na oba be lead no o pese o ye transactions o pese o ye business o pese onya sika emba aban ne mu stay in the private sector. That is where money is made. And yet, despite this pledge, Onoani cabinet minister are at the center of this transaction. Up to now, more than a month since this scandal broke, President Akufo-Addo has not been able to tell his cabinet minister to back off. He's not been able to tell his appointees as SSNIT to take their hands off our hotels. Until the only way forward, say, as I say, agitation, no, you raise it to the next level. Now, say, or say, ontie the organized labor worker, Professor Yankamo, the civil society organizations, and all Ghanaians who are speaking. If he will not listen, then we will force him to listen. Into demonstration in there, absolutely crucial. You say Ghana for a dom, a pie, na June 18th. Yes. Because that's the only language.
Chronology too much.
Too much.
I was your answer. I'm honorable Akona. First of all, let me thank you. There's a very detailed, insightful presentation.
Thank you.
And you maybe I have learned. And I mean, say you're tearful in the now you're going near who you're Juma, yet was snitter. The air can who say found because we see cano. And the idea Kwakosi hotel, a year Kwakotoma MPP minister, Norma Kochi Kennedy. And some of you may not know Brian the Champion. Say, Munimino. Na munim dwani ahantan ye wo papa we afa pa ene kasa tantan ye wo nanumu a nka wo se befem. If you don't know Brian the Champion, watch this video. Ya ba honorable be conclude. Watch this video.
Imagine say what did the ahuna patapa every person say we ba 2024 now. The veterans say we have the band. The veterans say we have the band. We have the band.
Oh no. Dwani ahantan. Wo nyame nyo na osi hini. Nyame ni si hini. Ghana for na be chire leader omope. Wo ye hwan na waka say MPP mfa tumi ma NDC. But it's not surprising. Why will he want to hand over when he stands to benefit from the sale of sales hotels?
Oh, yeah.
And until MPP was we will never hand over. When you hear them saying we will break the 8, they want to break the 8 to steal more hotels.
Yeah. Personal interest.
You understand?
It's
and
not about the Ghanaian people.
When members of parliament like Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa is doing his work, you see them here dinner. And so MPP serial callers see social media for your mood department for fighting for Ghana. Unya 1 CD from this sale.
Yeah.
And you wonder why they do that.
Rock City, they are not shareholders.
They are not shareholders.
They are not beneficial.
And you are fighting for
all
this.
The profit
you love Ghana.
Listen
to what Kennedy Japan said about these people, his own party people. Listen.
The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. So much. Why? Who really stand your government? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and comfortable.
These are the things. Akede Japan mo MPP for no mo na kra na no hu a o mo ka kire. Say MPP for we are Ghana sika like there is no tomorrow. And this is what you're seeing in the sale of these SSNIT hotels. Honorable, give us your final words.
My final words will be a rallying call to the Ghanaian people. Yengo Amba Boting Tuesday 18th. Next week 8 a.m. sharp. Na your retro. It's about Ghana. It's about us. Sika and DC hotels way. Hotels way are profitable. She awards are more winning. She Sika hotels with dividends or more tiama buying. Your core retirement 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Hotels way and I show you so. Nipa Bako hotels are about Ghana workers. Nipa Bako say or no dear or talk.
Your body don't come me.
And he's not even buying it at the real value, at the market price. Until there is no value for money. And this deal is stinking, it's unconscionable, it is criminal. It cannot be allowed to be sealed and to be consummated. Into your per se Ghana for it is not a partisan matter. Way it's about Ghana first. Yeah. Kennedy Japan and Kasa Aka say the way for his colleagues in the MPP government are looting. I expect even MPP members to join this. And I want to commend Kennedy Japan's brother. I heard him saying that, look, this deal is bad. They should go and tell Brian Champon to back off. They are reasonable MPP members who are outraged. They tell us in private, even in parliament. Colleagues, MPs come to you and say that, oh, wait there. Tuesday, 18th June, let's come out in our numbers and let's make sure that we protect these hotels. These are not hotels that should go. These are hotels that are profitable. Assassin, look at the prime land. Look at the goodwill that they have, the reputation of these hotels. These are very, very iconic structures. And me perceive, finally, me salute His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Unim say in my research and review of documents, saying that the proposal was made to President Mahama when he was president. Say, omo percent, omo diversity, even at the time, not controlling shares, no omo percent, omo diversity about 15-20%. President Mahama catch omo say they shouldn't dare, they shouldn't try it. It belongs to Ghanaian workers. That he will not support such a transaction. These are the kind of leaders that we need. And December 7, we must vote for President Mahama to come and rescue this country. State capture, no, just too much. It is unconscionable. It is just cruel. And I hope, say, we will rally behind well-meaning Ghanaians, people who love our country, patriots, to save our country. And the Honorable Brian Chapo, if he knows what is good for him, he should just back off. He should issue a statement and say that he no longer is going to engage in this stinky, smelly, unconscionable deal. It is in his own interest because what is coming will not be good for him.
And that's it. Honorable, thank you so much for doing this for God and country. We thank you for coming. Now, we like Honorable said, President Mahama, Onyakwenya Senko Beton Hotels on one tongue. In the amount for the catcher say MPP and NDC are the same one. No, sir, we are not the same. They sell state assets. We come to protect it and to develop this country for the benefit of all of us. If video see mama yaba ya the NDC and you segment no bebro. Honorable Kujeto Ablakwa Mkoe or that's what. Thank you.
Come on, the victory of Muhammad.
Come here,
the victory of Muhammad. The victory of Muhammad.
This is why I choose John Dramani Mahama.
The victory of Muhammad.
I choose John Dramani Mahama because he's a visionary leader. He's visionary but not a prophet. He couldn't have predicted the COVID-19 outbreak, but he built an ultra-modern hospital which came in handy during the pandemic. This is why I choose John Dramani Mahama.
The victory of Muhammad.
John and I have agreed that whoever has participated in the plunder of the state must be held accountable. And my friends, this is not a threat, it is a promise.
Abusavo, I find your dreams here, NDC and you. And ye Jimre Kakra. Na Jumedia Sunkubia, you are John Dramani Mahama, a dean, kwesi de Tremi. Inkita Hudia be on a Ghana for a dear, or a bareful in 10 times so social media. Na ordin anu disem e fan sembia e koso wo ye my Ghana mutu dwa no. Ye fan sem ne kakra bi ne ye de munchire mu aba. Na wantumi anhwe bi. Ana wo hwe bi nso wantumi ante ase a. Watumi ate ase. Na wo hudi ntie wo se wo to aba ma John Mahama. This is just part 1 on this latest Mahama conversation. On the next segment, or the next edition, you be more na yetumi akọ that conversation anymore. Now you see, na yenua Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa Kasano, he spoke about what the 2024 election is about, according to President Mahama. Abatwa yekwa kotu abatwa bi kekana. Abatwa na yekwa kotu. What is it really about? President Mahama has spoken to that. Shewe Mame.
This election is like no other in the history of Ghana. It is an election between Ghana and the new Patriotic Party administration. It is an election for change, to reset Ghana's narrative and effect a course correction from our disastrous trajectory.
Asemwe etia, but I asemwe hu here. President Mahama say, about why you got to 2024 no. Onu hu ni say one MPP for nekusi akai, and it is true. Oh, who say NDC versus MPP, and it is true. What is this election about? It is about Ghana for nyina ye ne ekuo bi aye from MPP. It's an say MPP party from Akufo-Addo to Bawumia, omedi omeya bro. Oma say omai no. Oma bo omai no. Hwe hotels ya omoton. On this show, you know Makasaba Pualugu Dam project, $12 million. You first sikane dinikwa for no work done. Temamoto Way, $2.5 million. Ome disika kwa contract and siwa anko yeduma. Mota Angel asem na making. Skytrain project, $2 million. The same thing. Ejapa, $12 million. Ye disikano. And according to Kennedy Japan, they are looting left, right, and center. Yet minu miunu, and they are tonwa yento. Ye fria yentua. Edumeni ho. Sikeni ho. Ye humpuntu o ye mantemu. Common fund yentua. Bibia yentua. Eka ena emre. So President Mahama say, see this not as NDC and MPP, this election, but see it as a fight to rescue the soul of Ghana, to bring about the needed change. In Sesamapa, a day on my Ghana, bisi equine personal. That is what this election is about. But then you know, President Mahama says, "Say to abano mano, na Sesamba, nyema miyenu bi pa na yenhye so say obedi ho adwuma." These two things he spoke about. So, producer, give me those 2 videos in succession.
This change is ordained by God. It is ordained by God to relieve our people from the hardship and poverty that has been inflicted by President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia's reckless administration. That change will put Ghana back on a path of progress and prosperity, enabling us to build the Ghana we want and create well-paying jobs for the young people of this country through the 24-hour economy initiative and many other novel policies to be outlawed in the NDC manifesto soon. This change will also see the most far-reaching and detailed investigation of the many allegations of corruption and scandals leveled against public officials and their families and friends. This change will help to abort this administration's plan to foist the pliant vice president on us, to cover up for them, and thereby escape the searing scrutiny of accountability. But as I have stated, this hot spotlight of accountability is reserved not only for appointees of this administration, it will also be available to sanctioned persons in my own administration who engage in similar conduct. The same anti-corruption strategies and instruments I shall deploy to measure and punish the MPP government appointees will also be applicable to my own appointees. In short, in Ghanaian parlance, Aba Yedebo Techino, Yedebebo Banso.
Aba Yedebo Techino, Yedebebo Ban. President Mahama say, Say what to Obama NDC and John Mahama in 2024. No say what to Aba. A day and sesa papa beba change. A day ye a dear Juma. A day no quarry dear beba ya mamumu. Na de ayame dene say. Say what to Obama John Mahama. President Mahama say. Kata hyehyɛ proye kona ye hwɛ ni mu sɛ ye bɛko na yɛtemi atu kro no bɔ ase sika sɛ yase yabɔ Ghana sika ho ban dia ye mpuntuo ama ye nyina ye nya so mfaso amamuo papa e be ensure sɛ ye nton SSNIT ejapade Ghana adwumayɛfo hotels amamuo papa e be ensure sɛ ye mfa Ghana sika nkɔchata wiemhyɛ ma o mampanyi Kufuado because ɔsɛ ɔpɛ sɛ odware wɔ wiem amamuo papa ebe ensure say yemfa Ghana sika enkotu amana in the name of building a cathedral enso ne ye onyankopon frakadam amamuo papa ema yenwia Ghana sika like they are doing through Ejapa like they have done through PDS and all those thinking scandals and on eba because what to abama bawumia bisa ho bawumia obetumi ache Kufuado ne ni minister bi atomu ana enye possible. Because Bawumia and the political career and the godfather, the otete no a woman baby ejina eye Kufuado. Obey then I ensure say sikedi akoso no. Obema mra yedwuma and na hwehwe mu bi akoso. No, he can't because he's a puppet and a poodle of a Kufuado. Ono no mahu se ni mu ha omo betumi akontrol no. Na kro no bebrebe o ma bono wa bebo omo ho ban from post regime accountability. Enu nti na Kufuado o kasa bia o say I cannot hand over to Mahama. I cannot hand over to Mahama ni nyina akere se osuro se Mahama eba na kro no omabo no wabepa wontoma na wachichi omagu. And Bawumia is the one who will protect him. Inti a vote for Bawumia is a third-term vote for Kufuado. And it is a vote that will help them escape accountability. The entire Bawumia intimi fight corruption biem so they say ono kata hyehyɛ de proya ankasa no aduane no ono na noa na wachichi ama ministers no. Oye bi. Enne na ye hu security Minister of State Charles Adubuhan o say opeso okuhu Bawumia age se watua $200,000 ansa na wakuhia Minister of State Professor Adubuhan ba then Bawumia na behwe na PDS akwakọ ye frakadam na nkofobia beye Ghana bukata all orchestrated by Bawumia. How can this man be trusted to fight corruption? And change is very important. And then Makachro said, this is just part one. President Mahama can't say we here, but this is just part one, you know. Ye fano bako. Next week, ye best answer room. But President Mahama can, and she say, bia, what is it? Ye tell di hunkomo, on NDC 360. It's about the 24-hour economy. Or the cheche muni bi abba. What the policy will entail, how it will benefit us. Producer, give us that video.
And let me be clear. I am utterly appalled and disappointed by the unprecedented unemployment rate we're seeing today. Perhaps if the government had not jettisoned the 40-year National Development Plan, which was developed by the NDPC during my presidency, they would have adopted and implemented my 24-hour economy initiative, which was contained in that document. And that would have saved Ghanaians from these levels of unprecedented unemployment. But as the saying goes, elections come with consequences. The stark reality is that the current 8-hour working system is inadequate to create the production, productivity, and well-paying jobs required for the revival of Ghana's currently bankrupt economy. It is also inadequate to produce enough goods and services for export. My young people, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions for extraordinary results. The 24-hour economy initiative is the answer for now and the future. It will create an enabling environment with deliberate policies for business, companies, and government institutions to operate 24/7 in a 3-8-hour shift system. In addition to the traditional 8-hour system, the 2 additional work shifts that my administration will introduce will double and sometimes triple or quadruple the number of jobs that participate in public and private entities that we currently have. This is the
abusuafo asɛm yi a yɛ papa Mahama ake yɛho hia. Number 1, and now what to be? So the 24-hour economy policy a NDC yɛbɔ hu dawuro no. Ɛnyɛ manifesto promise kɛkɛ. We nsusuye ne nhyehyɛ pa yadwen hu yie na mpo what the 40-year development plan of Ghana ye in the 2016 ewum. And what President Mahama can say senka MPP for buy and o man to sa 40-year development plan and to pursue a so-called Ghana beyond aid agenda. And an community year adwuma eneka Ghana the economy na year adwuma 24 hours non-stop 24/7. But almost to twene. And President Mahama sounds what she say. Extraordinary times require extraordinary actions. In Prempria Yewomi, we are not in normal times. Unemployment has doubled from about 8% and then 15%. Ejumeni here. And this year say, ye better koso aye ejuma 8 hours, both in the public sector and in the private sector. Ebe then ye kriti inyuma ama memo ane mabawe no munye nyumanye. Ebe ye den and yet to me increasing the size of our economy to deal with a katitri ameno mine into. How will we be able to grow our GDP? How will we be able to create jobs and opportunities for Ghanaians? And unti the NDC led by John Mahama, we are saying let's think outside the box. 8 hours no enough. People work and sleep for 8 hours, but the economy never sleeps. And that is why obi wa brochire oye adwuma miensa, obi wa brochire oye adwuma mienu, obi wa brochire oye adwuma 9, obi ko school wa brochire kra anadwo na oye adwuma. Enu bi na President Mahama de ba. Se ne be ya Ghana aban nnwuma ankrankra nnwuma ye be so wona sene aboa wo mo. Ne ya ye nhyehyɛ ya aban nnwuma bebre, ankrankra nnwuma bebre. Omo be ye adwuma 24/7. And by adding those additional shifts no, nnwuma no say 100 na wo ha ye increasing na 300. Kwaku benya biaye, ya benya biaye, ama benya biaye. That is what John Mahama stands for. And you don't want to care about 24-hour economy. Watch this for me.
The 24-hour economy optimization strategy, giving more to society, providing efficient service delivery, and generating decent and well-paying jobs. The benefits of this system will include, but not limited to, 24-hour port and harbor services, 24-hour customs services, 24-hour DVLA services, 24-hour agro-processing factories, 24-hour manufacturing industries, 24-hour construction companies, 24-hour diversified sanitation and waste management services, 24-hour financial institutions, 24-hour healthcare services, not just emergency care, 24-hour community pharmacy care, 24-hour tourism, creative arts, and entertainment industry services, and 24-hour retail centers, and more and more and more. As has already been estimated, the Ghana Police Service alone, at its present capacity, will require nearly 20.
Yes, for a long time, nipa bebre bisa 24-hour economy, what sectors will it focus on? And to the bia, I say assembly where fato chiamiano, assembly where fato hinano, honorable Rekupoku Abekabi, Sammy Gyami Okuje to Black, all of this we have spoken about it. But where dear ope muna nkasa dinchiri munaba. It's a 24-hour economy, no. These are the key sectors. It is not, the list is not exhaustive. There are many other sectors. He has said there will not be any limits to the sectors to ever run it 24/7 under the 24-hour economy. But at least 1 out 12. It will be bizarre say, because NDC into me 24-hour economy. What say Yonkuntumpu and Amfutru no to go any. President Mahama say, your ports never hona weekend or moon yajuma, and I do moon yajuma. Then the Panyama back, boa peso ho, no mood the queue. They created traffic, na magana ye lusu sika ye lead to goro boys and bribes no. President Mahama say port be ye juma 24 hours under the 24-hour economy. Customs for be ye juma 24 hours under the 24-hour economy. Because the customs are nye juma 24 hours port intimi nye juma 24 hours man nye ye. DVLA ubetumi akoye your passports. Ubetumi akoye your roadworthy. Enye nhyehyɛ ya wo car ho a was a way and would DVLA under 24-hour economy in crime. Kumase, you can do it in the night 24/7. In here, so could you have bribe? Emma Guru Boybia. We are also on Sabeka. So you as a citizen, you'll be getting better services. Ebema was sitting as a trapper or my ganemu. Companies are almost sachra in Rianimu, agro processing factories, manufacturing industries, contractors. They said the Yako Brucha Yuhuno. Akwan bebre ye beye na najo ye no 24/7 e be reduce traffic during the day ye akwan na najo 24/7 no so kire se ekwan a was e ke de 3 years ye no is ye de 1 year na beye enti wo timamuni no wo benya kwan ne ntem na aban so kan ko bebo if that project was going to be implemented over 3 years no es what because ye yen intentem. So Mahama or the 24-hour construction companies eba sanitation kwa bruchira anadwo ne clean krum tekama ya no mi omoje ye bola tax nso efim ne nso to kakra bi won kran na nso eyiri fire anadwo nyina 24-hour sanitation and waste management services because of financial institutions will work 24 hours in certain places. Hospitals bebre now currently some of them work 24/7 but very limited. A lot more will run 24/7. Ibenya pharmacies, pharmacy care Somebody 24/7, retail centers, tourism and creative arts, Intibebre President Mahama Aboboso. But enemy see next week so. However, we cannot conclude without looking at certain questions that Ghana will be President Mahama on this very important encounter President Mahama de Anuye Emawomo. I'm talking about the Q&A segment for this Mahama conversation. The first question today I'll be focusing on a question here. It came from One Collins. Producer, show us that video. And let's look at the answer from President Mahama.
Ajonu, and his question is, what answer will you give people who always say, what is Mahama coming to do again? Well, my answer to them is that I thank God and the people of Ghana for the opportunity. It's not every person, or let me say every president, who gets the opportunity to come back with experience and with a vision for transforming their country. I did my best when I was president. We did a lot together. We did a lot in the infrastructure space. And the experience that I have gained and the vision and the track record puts me in pole position to be able to do even better. And so I thank God for the opportunity to come back and use that experience garnered after 8 years of reflection on my term in office and come to do things even better and more than I did in my first term. And so we thank God for the opportunity, and I promise that we're going to work together, especially with you young people of this country, in order to reset our country and put it back on the track to shared growth and prosperity. The first, Collins Ajonu, and his question is, what answer will you give people who always say, what is Mahama coming to do again? Well, my answer to them is that I thank God and the people of Ghana for the opportunity. It's not every person, or let me say every president, who gets the opportunity to come back with experience and with a vision for transforming their country. I did my best when I was president.